Today my plan is to cover this basic engagement aspects and to give kind of a assignment, right? To covering all the areas we already covered, like initial statutory engagement and the concept of the statutory engagement, and then what is the completed area number one, as well about control and control framework. Then I'm going to give kind of a basic assignment, so that you can write it after this slide deck, right? As I discussed last week, we discussed assurance engagement. The requirement, why we are worrying about assurance engagement. What's the reason? In general terms, what it means to you. Is that a requirement? Why we are learning about assurance engagement? So then this is a practice. We are having tri-party relationship. Tri-party relationship. Someone in that tri-party relationship getting a decision on a subject matter which is produced by someone to getting that decision, that person wants a kind of a comfort from some outside person. That is called an assurance, right? That's a basic concept. Once you are buying a car or whatever the land or house, in general terms, what we are doing? We do kind of a legal clearance. ඊට අමතරව මොකද කරන්නේ? එළියෙන් ගිහින් කාගෙන් හරි අහනවනේ මේ පැත්ත හොඳයිද? මේ පැත්තෙන් ඉඳ මං ගන්න එක කට්ටිය හොඳයිද නේද? අනේ මොකක්ද ඒ කරන්නේ අපි? To get some item to acquire a subject matter, you are getting independent views from someone else. The assurance engagement said like that. What you are going to do is, management prepares the financial statements, and before they are publishing to the stakeholders, they are getting independent auditors assurance report. So then we are adding adjective to the draft financial statement that's called audited accounts. So then stakeholders waiting to get audited numbers for their decision making process. So that is the process we are in now. And then now we are going to start the statutory audit engagement. Because under assurance engagement, high level assurance, maybe 90%. High level assurance. Under high level assurance, audits, especially statutory audit, maybe 90%. Statutory audit is the key subject, key audit we are currently doing because it's a regulated requirement. In audit firm, in assurance division, more than 90% revenue, more than 90% time spent for statutory audit engagement. Right? So then we learn through audit and assurance process by using statutory audit engagement. So then, having this knowledge, you can get all the knowledge aspect related to other assurance engagement as well. That's the plan we have. So what we are doing is, all audit process will be studied based on statutory audit engagement, and then later we discuss about the types of other engagements. So then what we have to do is, same like this, planning, execution and conclusion. We can understand the differences between each and every engagement. So then requirement is, first we need to understand what the statutory audit engagement, how we are going to do the planning, execution, all those things step by step, day by day, we are learning this. Right? That is the plan we have. Right? In this plan, today I'm going to discuss about preliminary engagement activities of a statutory audit engagement. What are the initial engagement activities of a statutory audit engagement? So, once you are starting the audit engagement for auditee, a client, what you have to do? So then we may have two different scenarios. As auditor, we may face two different scenarios before starting a statutory audit engagement. That may be an initial audit engagement or that may be a recurring audit. Because last year auditor also the same audit firm. So then that audit will be done this year as well. If it is it's a recurring audit. In other way, we have a new audit client. They want a statutory audit engagement. It's a new engagement, right? So there are two different scenarios. So then, what we have to do is first we need to evaluate our independence. We need to evaluate our independence. We have the audit firm, we have the auditor, and then we have the company and company management. Company management want to appoint this company as a new audit client. Sorry, appoint this auditor as a new auditor, right? So then, from this side, what that auditor should do? What are the procedures that auditor should do? Right? And then here we have another scenario. Auditor is there, company is there. So then 2023 auditor is the same person. 2024 also they appointed this auditor. Here we can say that engagement continuous. Here we can say that client acceptance. This client should be accepted. New client. So then what you have to do? What you have to do? New client, what you have to do? As auditor, we need to focus about this entity. We need to focus about this entity. What they are doing. Are we independent enough? Do we have the proper capacity to deliver the service? All those things should be evaluated to register this client as a client in the client portfolio. Right? So then, basically, the operation, what they are doing, and then independence, and then the capacity. So then, let's say, imagine this is a very small audit firm. We don't have much partners, we don't have much experience, and then the IT aspect also not that much complex, advanced. So a bank requested to do the statutory audit. Bank. So can we do this? Can't, right? Because the capacity wise, we are not ready to give that service. That's a barrier. And then this company director, one director, having a close relationship with this partner. So if it is so, they don't have independence. So then we can't accept this client. We can't accept this client. So then, before we are starting audit engagement, what we have to do is, firstly we need to accept the client. Keep in mind that. Client acceptance. Once you are accepting the client, what are the things you need to consider? First one, independence. Second one, the capacity. Third one, the operation which is done by the company, that illegal operation. Are they doing pyramid transactions, money laundering, or sanctioned countries related transaction? So then, all those things should be clear and we need to accept the client. Let's go client acceptance. Then again, client acceptance plus, we need to accept the engagement as well. First, client acceptance. Second, engagement acceptance. These two things critical. So the client accepted, engagement got accepted. What do we do? Yes, client can be accepted. Some of the instance. Once they are requesting some other engagements, some of the engagement we can't do that. So then we need to evaluate each and every engagement, and the engagement should be accepted. Right? That's called engagement acceptance. So then we accepted the client, ABC company, and they requested to do the statutory audit. That engagement also accepted. We can do that service. And after 1 month time, they are requesting, here we have kind of a issue relating to the payroll process. Can you give kind of a instruction and process policy update for us? Process restructuring process are ongoing. Can you appoint as a consultant? They are requesting for engagement. Can we accept that? We can't do that because we have already bound with the standard of engagement. If you are going to, going with another engagement, it will impact to our standard of engagement, right? So then, if you are going to implement policies and procedures, you are involved into the process restructuring process, then again you involve in the internal controls, right? So then it will create a self-review threat. End of the day, you are going to audit this. So then, once you are auditing, whatever the results you did, are you going to find any loopholes in the statement? No. It's creating a self-review threat. If it is so, you can't accept the engagement. Then you are clear that client should be accepted and then engagement should be accepted. Right? Engagement acceptance and client acceptance. Whatever the situation, whatever the request from the auditee, you need to evaluate and you need to accept. So then here we have different, as a company, as audit firm, we have different terminologies. Let's say one big company, let's say LOLC, Galle, one audit firm, from their revenue, maybe more than 10% overall audit fee, maybe, right? If it is getting more than that 15%, that will impact their independence. Why? So then they depend on the auditee, they depend on the client. So then once they are issuing the audit opinion, they very reluctant to give bad opinions. They can't deviate from there are favoration because they depend on 10% of their revenue. So then what's the term? As audit firm, if they are depending on one client, significant fee amount, significant revenue, you need to consider whether we are going to accept that or not. Already accepted some of the major engagements. Now we can't do that because already 10% of the total revenue. If we are getting some more engagement, it will increase. Again, the dependence will be increased. So they need to consider that aspect as well. Right? So then keep in mind, actually this will not be tested in the exam, but for the knowledge perspective, better to understand this. I have not added to the activity slide deck. I am starting from what? Audit engagement letter. That is the next step after accepting the client. Right? This is additional. This is the practice, right? And then, instance you have client continuous. Client continuous and the engagement continuous. What do you mean by that? Client acceptance, client continuous. We accepted the client. We went through their procedures, what they are doing, is an illegal operation, all those things clear. Now what we are going to do is, next year, we need to do the same evaluation. That is called, to continue the client, we do another evaluation. Why? Within that period, client can be changed. Within that period, the regulatory environment can be changed. Right? So then, at the point of accepting the client, this is not an illegal operation. Because of recent regulation came into the picture, this is an illegal operation. If it is so, continuously we need to evaluate our client portfolio, whether we can give that service or not. මේ අවුරුද්දේ පාර්ට්නර් මැනේජින් ඩිරෙක්ටර් අතර සම්බන්ධතාවයක් තිබුණේ නැහැ. අවුරුද්ද ඉවර වෙනකොට එයාලා මැරිකල් ලක් ඉවරයි. එහෙනම් මැරිකල් ඉවර නම් මොකද රිලේෂන්ෂිප් එකක් තියෙනවා නේ. එහෙනම් මෙතෙන්දි client accept කරාම දැන් මොකද client continuous එක fail වෙනවා. එහෙනම් කියන්නේ. So then, because of the activities, because of the changes in the environment, legal and general environment, the things can be changed. The independence level can be changed. Because of that, we need to evaluate the client, the continuous, right? Plus engagement continuous. Engagement also will be pre-listed. That is called client acceptance, engagement acceptance, client continuous, and engagement continuous. Right? I'm asking question. So then, ABC company having the statutory audit engagement. Audit engagement 2024 year end. This was done 2023. Client accepted 2023 registered client. Now the second year 2024 statutory audit. For 2024 statutory audit, what we have to do? What we have to do? Do we need to accept the client? No. Do we need to accept the engagement? No. Same engagement. So then what we have to do? Client continuous and engagement continuous. Same engagement, same client for the next year. No need to accept another client, no need to accept another engagement. Same engagement, same client. So then we just want to have kind of a basic evaluation. Client continuous, whether we are continuing it or not. That's a basic requirement. After accepting all those things, after getting that clearance, next step is what? We have to enter to a written agreement. That is called LOE. Letter of engagement. Letter of engagement. Letter of engagement is a very crucial document in the planning stage. Letter of engagement. Terms and conditions in between auditor and the management. Scope, responsibilities, confidential clauses, time frame, fees, all those things will be included in the engagement. So then, this basically a written contract. So then, in general terms, what are the benefits of a written contract? That's the benefit of the engagement letter. So then, from here, there may be different questions in the exam. What are the importance of the engagement letter? So then, what are the content of engagement letter? How it impact to the audit process? All those things will be tested by the examiner. Then here, this is the content basically, auditor's responsibility, management responsibility. So then we have separate auditing standard for that. 210. Auditing standard for letter of engagement. If you can go to the letter of engagement auditing standard, you can see the kind of illustrative audit engagement letter. Accordingly, we do prepare the engagement letter, right? content, everything is there. So then examiner can be tested this in different ways, right? So then they can ask, do we need to prepare an engagement letter for each and every year? Each and every year. So then that depends. If it is statutory audit, if it is limited to a 1 year period, you have signed 1 year period and below E. So then you need to sign it. Right? You need to revisit it. If there are any changes, any additional fees we need to charge, any process changes, all those things should be evaluated and we need to revisit the terms and conditions. Right? So that's the basic written the contract in between auditor and the management. Right? We have already discussed this level of assurance, right? High level assurance, low level assurance, absolute opinion we are not giving. Have we discussed this? Have we discussed it? Last week we got second Monday. What is it? This is last week. So stay here. Last week we got here. What can I do? What do we not do? So last week we were kata level of assurance, high level assurance, low level assurance, absolute opinion. I think you should know that. You should know that in the sense, not the definitions. You need to feel that what's the level of assurance mean, right? Uh, Here, absolute opinion means like a certificate level. There's no change, right? It's not based on sample basis. 100% true. Once you are getting, either first or 100-meter race, once you are getting the first place, what can you do? According to their view, they are following it. According to our view, he may be the first. Nothing has come our mind to say that he's not the first place. He's the first place. That is called certificate, right? So then from audit, they are not giving a certificate. They are not giving a certificate. And they are giving high level assurance, positive assurance, true and fair view. High level assurance, right? Low level assurance. Low level assurance means nothing has come to our mind to say that this financial statements containing material misstatements. So then bit low, the comfort, kind of less procedures. So then that's the that based on the requirement actually. Auditor can decide what you are going to give. So then auditee doesn't have understanding to request this high level assurance or low level assurance or 800 or 805 or 810 or 1400 or 4400. Anything they don't know. Some of the people they don't know, but auditee in general terms they are doing kind of a request. We want to get this confirmation certificate. But as auditor, we should know what is the medicine we can give, what's the exact treatment we need to give. So then these are the options you have. With a high level or low level or review engagement or kind of a prospective financial statement or AUP or due diligence or whatever the engagement, you can decide. So after this lecture series, you should have the ability to decide the required engagement. That is the target, right? What පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕන case study එක දැක්කම මෙයාට දෙන්න ඕන බෙහෙත decide කරන්න. Right? So then case study එකේ requirement එක තියෙන්නේ management එකට request එකක් තියෙන්නේ. procedures ටිකක් කරලා factual finding report එකක් දෙනවා කියන. Agreed upon procedure. No need to do assurance because two-party agreement. So the management having a concern about bank reconciliation. Always they are getting delay and there are significant unreconciled items. So then they want to know the exact reason. So then what they are going to do is they are trying to agree with the statutory auditor or some auditor, some audit procedures and identify some actual findings. It is a agreed upon procedure, no sir, not an audit engagement. Keep in mind. So that based on the assurance level. According to the assurance level, we have different audit engagement. It may be statutory audit report, it may be special purpose audit report, or review engagements, or audit of prospective financial statements. Right? So do we have a common group for our tax audit? No, right? Who is a coordinator? So can you prepare a group, please? Yeah. So then yesterday I wanted to inform about that assignment, but unfortunately we didn't have a group. So I also didn't requested to create a group. Sorry for that. So then I uploaded the latest past papers as well. 16 exemption, right? Then you better go through the exemption batch past paper because it will advance, right? Compared to the other past papers. It's containing good questions. I I don't want to copy anything from any past papers. And past paper question may not be repeated, but the same structure will be followed for the future papers, right? That's the basic understanding you should have. So then, once you are going through the assurance engagement, these are the limitations. Once you are going through assurance engagements, some of the instances, technology may not be adequate, right? And then auditor may having kind of a ethical issues, and then auditing having internal limitations. Always we depend on samples. There are sampling issues. Likewise, in assurance engagements, we are having some of the limitations. Right? One by one, we have kind of we should have a understanding. Technological outtake. What do you mean by that? Because auditors always, if it is a hypothetical auditor, they are requesting hard copy samples. But companies are really sophisticated. They don't have hard copy samples. They do virtual office concept. They are having virtual e-documents. It is so how you can give that document, right? So then, technically, they are not updated, right? Technologically not updated. Some instance auditors, some of the auditors, not getting updated the latest auditing standards, accounting standards. That's again a weakness, right? And some of the cases they don't have adequate capacity to do the audit, right? Negligence of auditors. uh, auditing is not objective. Judgments have to be made. Yes, auditing is always not object oriented, always based on judgments, right? Not all items are in the place are tested. Audit report has inherent limitations. Limitation in accounting and control systems. Audit evidence sometimes indicates what is problem, not certain. Audit report is issued long time after the period end. Those are basic limitations. And in Sri Lankan context, I would say that in big four firms, having uh, digitalized audit techniques, but in the local businesses are not ready to use that technique. That's another limitation we have in local context. So the local infrastructure, local management, local businesses are not ready to use that technological aspect. Right? So then in global environment, the technological aspect increased, digitalization came into the picture. With that, auditor increased their technological aspect. Because of digitalization, we have CAT, computer aided audit techniques. Right? So then with audit, all big four, they are dealing with this. So then they want to put that into the Sri Lankan context. But in Sri Lankan context, companies are technologically not like that sound, right? So then, how they can use that technological aspect? They can't use that. They want to extract the whole general ledger. They can't. We can't extract from their trial balance. They are still do manual accounts, right? So then they want to have full e-audits, but unfortunately, management can't afford that. So that in Big Four, they are having operating system. Through that operating system, they are getting interface to the auditee. But unfortunately, in our auditees are not, competent to use that audit interfaces. So then that limitation also there, right? So all those things can be identified as a limitations, right? No. Then ළඟින් on that. Oh. Right, okay. අද තියෙනවා CA එකේ ක්‍රිකට් මැච් එක මෙම්බර්ස්ලා. ඒකට මම පොඩ්ඩක් යනවා. ඉතුරු ටික තියෙන හරි ලේසි ටික. ඔයාලා පොඩ්ඩක් බලා ගන්න. මම අසයින්මන්ට් එකක් දීලා යන්නේ. පාඩුවක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක ඔයාලට කවුන්ට් කරලා විදිහට මේ කවරේජ් එකෙන් තමයි කරලා හදලා තියෙන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ අපි එන්ගේජ්මන්ට් ලෙටර් එකෙන් පස්සේ මොකක්ද කරලා තියෙන්නේ? ඔඩිට් ටීම් එක ඇරේන්ජ් කරගන්න. Audit team. That's really important because if you are achieving a target, getting an outcome, you need to have a proper team. The team members should be qualified, experienced, and dedicated team members should be there. So that should be consistent with audit partner, audit manager, audit supervisor, senior. So then IT expert, valuation expert, technical team expert. That depends on the requirement of the audit team. Right? If it is an insurance company, there should be actuary. If it is a hotel, there should be a valuer. If it is an IT-driven company, we should have IT expert. Likewise, we need to decide the audit team. Once you are appointing audit team, we need to consider independence, right? Independence, qualification, experience, right? All those things matters. So then, what trip එකක් යනකොට set එකක් ඕනේ. ඒ set එකට කවුද ඇඩ් කරගන්නේ? එන්නේ නැති set එකක්ද? කවදාවත් ආවෙ set එකක්ද? නෑ. මොකද bond එකක් තියෙන team එකක් ඕනේ. To achieve the target. So then audit team is a must. Engagement letter, client acceptance, engagement letter, and then the audit team. Right? So then we have terms and conditions, audit team is there. Now we are going to start the audit, right? And then we need to ensure that the quality, we need to ensure the quality in the audit outcome. Quality means our audit report should be accurate. End of the day, we need to achieve the audit timelines. We need to achieve the audit timelines. So then we need to maintain the independence. we need to maintain the good experience within the team. We need to have a succession plan within the audit team. That's all about audit quality. That quality can be maintained the engagement level and the firm level. Firm level, they should organize training and independent system and advisors and whatever the protocols, system, tools, firm level. Engagement level, so we need to have proper the engagement team members, the qualification, all those things match with the requirement, right? So then those are the basic things, and then professional skepticism and professional judgment. As I said in the first day, as auditor, professional skepticism is a must. What are the professional skepticism? Questioning mind case. So then that's all about questioning mind, right? Questioning mind about planning activities, execution activities, uh, and then conclusion activities. You need to question, right? And with that question in mind, you can do professional judgment. Professional judgment means that judgment can't be biased. Impartial judgment. Judgment about numbers, judgment about conclusion, judgment about disclosures, right? Different judgment you have to take. Auditing, 90% all about the judgment, right? Audit opinion per se is the judgment of the audit partner. That should be a professional independent judgment, right? Then audit planning and audit strategy and basic audit risk. That's about this. So I will explain all those things again. Now I will give that the classroom assignment. Slowly do it, right? අද ලෙක්චර් එක මම නවත්තන්න හදලා නැත්නම් නැහැ. මොකද හොඳ නැහැ නේද? ඒක මිස් කරගන්න අපේ assignment එකක් හරි කරන්න පුළුවන් නිසා තමයි අද plan කරන්න. So then I prepared a good assignment. What I can do is I can upload to the LMS. This containing the whatever the areas we have already discussed, right? 50 marks. First 10 questions is similar with the your in exam paper. 10 questions, small answers, 20 marks. And then the case study type 1 question, 15 marks. Another question, 15 marks. 15, 15, 30. This is for 20. Altogether, 50 marks, right? 50 marks, what I will do is take a sheet and do this paper and upload to the LMS, right? So then if you are not comfortable with now to do that, I will give that period today evening. Are there any people are joining virtually in remote from other countries? If it is so, I will extend that. Otherwise, I will give 1 day to upload this, right? මොනවද කමෙන්ට් තියෙනවද? එහෙම කරන්න පාස්වර්ඩ් ටෙස්ට් එකක් දෙන්න එපා. දැන් අද පළවෙනි දවසටම අපු ළමයි ළමයි බය වෙලා ඉන්න එපා. දැන් අපිට මේක ලකුණු අඩු වුණොත් අපි assignment ගොඩාක් කරනවා. ඒක තමයි practice එක. assignment ගොඩාක් කරනවා. කළා high marks තියෙන assignment 4ක් ගන්නවා. ඒක තමයි කරන්නේ. ඒකට ඔයාලට හොඳ මාර්ක් එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන්. මේ අපි assignments කරන්න ඕන. Auditing is a subject we need to practice how we to write it, right? That's really important. immediate second. Right. Water දැන් බලන්න පුළුවන් lens එක. මේක එක බලලා 14 hours තියෙනවා. 14 hours තියෙනවා. මිනිට ලියලා අප්ලෝඩ් කරන්න ස්කෑන් කරලා. එතකොට ඔයාලට 10:30 වගේ වෙයි. 1.5 hours තමයි මම ප්ලෑන් කරේ. එතකොට ඔයා ඉන්ටර්වල් එකක් ගන්න. එතකොට ඔයාලා ටයිම් එක ගන්න ෆික්ස් වෙනවා. හරිනේ? Don't worry about the syllabus coverage. Yesterday we finished one batch. Actually, it's an exception, and I'm really happy about that exception batch. So then, final day we discuss about all advanced auditing aspects, derivatives, deferred tax, and financial options, and then ROU asset, and then recoverable tax asset, and then consolidation adjustments, all those things discuss the accounting treatment plus how we are going to audit. Right? We can save time in an exception batch because we are experienced people and we are very supportive and we have a good time in the lecture series. And my request is come to the lecture, try to get maximum out of the lecture. Right? So the continually will do assignments and then we'll add the value to you. So then get the paper and do it and upload it. If there are any difficulty, send me a message. WhatsApp number, create a group. So they create a group and if there are any concern, let me know. Right? Okay. Right. So today, as an expectation,